Hey y'all, it's Jordan Williams. Welcome back to my channel. I just got my haircut done. Y'all, my regular barber, he wasn't even there. Fuck, my camera's about to die. I'm such a dumbass. Why the hell wouldn't I bring my other camera? Like every time I'm like, bitch, I should bring my camera because I'm gonna vlog. Oh no, it's gonna be boring, whatever. I'm not even doing nothing. Then I got so much to talk about. But I went to a new barber today because my barber was fully booked. My barber is real good. Like everybody be booking him up like every day, bro. There don't never be a day where my actual barber where he don't be like fully booked basically. So yeah, I was gonna ask him if he had a squeeze appointment, but I was like, girl, you know, I already got to the other shop. I had scheduled an appointment with, you know, a Dominican barber, whatever, because y'all know the style that I get. Them Dominicans, them Venezuelans, you know, they be doing it. Girl, you're just walking in the middle of the, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But yeah, you know, y'all know I like the little telenovela style or whatever. I go in there and I'm like, I'm looking for so-and-so. And they like, he was here, but he just left. I was like, oh Lord, because I have no other way to get my haircut. Like Leo don't open back up till Monday, which I was shocked. I actually did like go, usually if I go a day before, I could get in, like he'll usually have about maybe like 3 or 4 spots open. It was like a day, 2 days before and he had nothing open. And so I was like, damn. I was so desperate to, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? I'm sorry, it's my camera. I'm like, what the hell is it doing? So I was like, yeah, let me just, you know, find somebody else, you know, another Dominican barber. First one that I see pop up, you know, he got 5 stars. His price is good because y'all know people out here be trying to charge $55 because they be like, well, I'm a celebrity barber hair or some shit. Just like stupid shit or whatever. They'll be like, oh, I'm a celebrity barber. I'm like, anyway, and then no shade actually, but one is not here right now. If you're okay with it, you know, if you want to wait, you know, 15 more minutes, I can get one of the guys to, you know, he points out like, you know, the guys or whatever. Well, first of all, when I walked in, everybody was fine as fuck. So I was already nervous. I walked in looking chopped as a motherfucker. Everybody in there was so sexy, bro. I was getting nervous. Like when I get nervous, you could see it, like my forehead starts to sweat. So I started getting so nervous because I'm like, they gave me, you know, this guy or whatever. He was like, you ready? Let's go. I was texting my dad about how I was scared because he was like, so do you want me to pick it out when I start? Or I was like, oh shit. But I sat down. So nice. He was like, oh, your makeup is so pretty. I was like, oh. I was like, my what? He was like, your makeup? I was like, my what? Your makeup? I was like, my what? Like, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you know how you expect barbers to be homophobic. Whatever. Barbers aren't gonna act like that if you just act cool. Like, I don't know, if you're a grown adult, like, bitch, I am who I am. And I'm gonna give you money. You gonna cut my hair and I'm gonna give you money. So I don't see the whole, like, being afraid that barbers are gonna be homophobic. And that's probably one of my most pick me take because I do live in Atlanta, so it's just like I have no, like if I was in Oklahoma City or some shit, bitch, yeah, I would be scared shitless. But I'm saying where I live, I'm not scared about being gay in the barbershop because them niggas be gay too. Yeah, girl, I was literally like, thank you. He was like, yeah, it's because, you know, my girlfriend is a makeup artist. I was like, all right, little match made in heaven. He start cutting it. I don't know why, but every time a barber starts with my length first, like before the fade, and I don't know shit about barbering. Like, what fucking credentials do I have? I don't know what it is, but I always get so scared. You know, we get to the end of my haircut or whatever, and he's like, you know, he finishes everything and, you know, the front ain't lined up. And he was like, do you want the front, like, lined up? I was like, because I'm kind of just like, yeah, I mean, of course I want the front of my hair lined up. I guess he didn't really cut a lot of afros. And I don't think that because someone is black, that they don't know how to cut afros in a Latin barber. Like Latin barbers, whether they're like black or not, they always know how to cut afros because usually where they be from, like, you know, the only Latin people I've ever gotten my haircut by was like a Venezuelan person and a Dominican person. People in Venezuela and the Dominican Republic could cut all hair types because they got all hair types walking in their door. So I wasn't too worried about it. I'm like, okay, you know, there was black people in there anyway. So I was like, girl, I wasn't scared. But my thing was, I didn't know how high he was going to bring it up. It'll last a long time. But yeah, that was just my little spiel, my little review. I feel bad because I didn't, because I was gonna cash app him or whatever and I didn't have money on my cash app, and so I had to like hook up another card. But the last time I tried to hook up that card, like before or whatever, it kept declining every time. So I was like, fuck. I was like, can I just go up the street and get some cash? Like, I promise I'm not gonna do nothing, I'll leave something here, whatever. It was like, oh yeah, that's cool, whatever. So I go in my car and I try to hook up another one of my cards and it actually works. And I was like, oh my god. So now I just look like a dumbass. So I went back in there and I was like, can I cash app you? Tried to cash app and then the cash app fucking declined. with the money in the card. So I was like, oh my God. So I scanned it again, did it again, paid him or whatever. He was so cool. He was nice. But it was just embarrassing as fuck because I know that they were in there thinking, Brokey, hey, I talk a lot of shit. He like who you think you is, nigga, not your bitch. I'm scared. I know that they was thinking that, bro. I know that they was like, oh, that nigga finna run out. Yeah, girl, like that shit was actually embarrassing as fuck. Like, y'all don't know how embarrassing moments like that are because, you know, first of all, they was all fine. You know, they all had money. It's just like, girl, oh my God, I wanted to die. I literally wanted to die. We're going to Espacio again, obviously. Y'all want a little Chipotle mukbang? Because that's what I'm about to get. But I can't film no mukbang because my camera about to die and I don't got my other camera. Bro, that shit is so annoying, bro. And I'm not going to go all the way back just to get it. All right, I got to go in and get this food, bro. Honestly, y'all, it is pretty hard for me to integrate myself in friend groups, like new friend groups or whatever, or make new friends or, you know, find people because I think that my personality, even though what I get all the time from people is, wow, it's just your energy. Your energy is so good and your energy. I always get that all the time, which I'm so glad because that's what I work on all the time. Wink, wink. It's never enough for me to like be, like, how do I put this, bro? Like anytime I'm like with a group of people, like I always feel like the outsider and like, and it's okay. I'm not saying that it's like people that are doing it. I'm not like, oh, everybody just makes me feel like the outsider. I'm left out, whatever. I don't feel left out at all. Not at all, like ever. But integrating myself and making new friends is hard because I think that a lot of people that don't have a lot of context of who I am or like just don't know me or just meeting me for the first time, like I don't know, I guess becoming an adult, you start to meet a lot of people that didn't know you through your developmental stage. Like for example, people who knew me in middle school and high school, like the way that I am and the shit that I say and the shit that I do makes so much sense because you knew me from that point. Going into adulthood, making new friends is like, okay, you're just meeting me right now. And I think that I carry like a certain level of like darkness and heaviness that's not necessarily negative, but it's just very like, I think that a lot of people don't always know how to approach it. And then, you know, I'm also very flamboyant. I'm very expressive with my style. I do whatever the fuck I want, wear whatever the fuck I want, whatever. And it almost feels as though like being who I am, me being able to be so open about who I am and, you know, whatever, like that takes like a certain level of like depth. It takes a certain level of like wisdom to be able to, you know, live in your truth that a lot of people, especially around, you know, my age or whatever, 23, so, you know, around our early 20s, early adulthood or whatever, a lot of people, especially, and this is so specific to me just being like a queer person, that a lot of people who aren't queer, for example, haven't like had any, I'm not gonna say transformation, but they haven't had a moment yet where they've had to dig deep into who they truly are and to find that like confidence and self-love without like external validation and things like that. That's what I mean by that. I just wanted to elaborate on it a little more because I felt like I didn't make it clear. People expect like the fact that I'm that kind of person, they expect me to be outgoing and they expect me to be the one that initiates everything and whatever, when really I'm like shy as fuck, y'all. And I feel stupid every time I say it because everybody, like if I say that in front of people, and it's always people that don't fucking know me. It'll be somebody that has known me for a total of 9 months who will be like, you're not shy. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, if you've ever seen me not being shy, it's because I'm putting in the work to not look like it. I just think that, like, me being, like, flamboyant and, like, gay or whatever, we already have this rap or this, like, stereotype over us now, especially since, you know, internet culture has changed. You know, culture has changed in general. People think that you're automatically, like, a mean girl because you see a bunch of, like, feminine gay guys on the internet being messy and just being mean and being just so snobby all the time when I'm just not that kind of person. And I think that people assume that I'm gonna be that way, or they think that I'm gonna, like, I feel like people always assume negatively about me before anything positive, and I don't even have to open my mouth. I think that when I'm around people that I know and people that I trust and people that I love, of course I'm like annoying and I'm loud and I'm laughing and I'm this and this and that, but they don't see me outside of that. So nobody believes that I can be fucking mute and just stand there or not know what to say or whatever. Like, that's what I wanted to say, is I think that people there's just a certain heaviness and darkness that I carry that I think a lot of people almost sense that they would have. There's like, to even get to a point where I'm actually really gonna open up and be myself in front of you, you have to like know that side. I don't know. Like, if you get it, you get it, bro. Like, and I don't give a fuck if you don't either, bitch. That's just the truth. Like, I know who I am and what I experience, and I'm very, very, it's like my objective almost to observe a lot. Observe people observe like myself. I don't know. I guess it was just always one of those things where I always wondered why people around me are so like I don't know, like I feel like sometimes people treat me in like too much of a high regard, or like they put too much like I don't know, bro. Like how do I explain it? Like I'm just a normal person, and I think that people see me on the outside as like this person who's super put together, has shit in order, you know, like, and so maybe that intimidates people. And I don't like to be intimidating at all, and I fucking hate that shit. Don't even get me started with the people. I think a lot of people think that being intimidating or being called intimidating is a compliment because they like to feel big and bad. When people tell me I'm intimidating, I hate that shit so goddamn bad. But on a personal level, again, about the whole like being gay thing or whatever, people I think automatically already assume I'm a mean girl or like a diva in a bad way. I'm a diva, but not like in a mean Kris Jenner, Jennifer Lopez kind of way. You know what I mean? I don't know. Kris Jenner eats babies, but whatever. But I just like, I don't like being called intimidated because that's not me. Like I'm not unapproachable. I'm not an intimidating person. Like if anything, wouldn't you fucking think that a person like me is easier to come up to? But I don't know, girl. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. So whatever. Yeah, bitch.